Hey, you guys. Okay, I gotta get to bed, but I was trying to maybe thought I'd catch up on some news. It's called it wasn't JNS, but I have that channel too, which is good. But this is the Rubin Report, and so they're talking about some stuff that reminds me I want to go ahead and talk about my local news tonight. That I'm going to share some things with you that I wrote down, and this is to my point that I keep making, that the devil keeps overplaying his hand because he seems so powerful, but he's not. Because as soon as we push back a little or a lot, hot and heavy, with just a little bit of small voice, and now the voices are growing and they're seeing that we are going to speak out and stand up against this garbage, they're backpedaling. But it also helped what did I mention earlier? The Epstein files and something else has got them running scared. And so this is what was on my local news. Criminal charges for librarians. If for books they have, this is, I think, now this doesn't include college libraries. These are like school, elementary, junior high, high school, perhaps. So, and they're just broadcasting like it's, oh, we're so normally this good. No, you're not. No, you're not. They should be, the anchor people should be up there dancing on the freaking table saying, praise God. We finally get to say some news, anchor some news that is good news. Acting like it's all normal. It is not. So, criminal charges for librarians if they have explicit books. And they even went so far as to, and this is channel 2 that I watch in this Atlanta area. And if you want to look up the news on the 6th, so also they're making arrests all of a sudden. Okay, this is a state where during the football, maybe it's what are those Super Bowl things? Are they Super Bowl? And you don't always get to have the Super Bowl in your state, but like I think it was the Super Bowl one year, and they made a train of school buses of like over 100 or something, all in a line that advertised how many busfuls of sex trafficked children there were. Like, they were really okay, but all of a sudden, are they off that bandwagon now? But that was a few years ago. But now all of a sudden, they're back caring about pedophiles getting their kids, because they arrested an elementary school principal who threw a party, and she was giving drinks to underage children, maybe 6th graders. They didn't say what age. Next, a child, what was it? A former school employee was caught for a child trafficking ring. He was arrested, and guess who his boss was? Some Islamic name like Aziz Balamani. And guess where he was? His boss, this guy that got just put in jail, his boss was running the ring, the child sex trafficking ring, from jail. Isn't that nice? Okay, so they decided to capture him and put him in jail too. Then elementary school principal, I got you that one. Child trafficking. What is this other? Okay, so there was another school Oh, because the Rubin report was talking about, I'm not finished with it, but like these protests and how I said in a video that, oh, of course they're going to say to the kids, go protest. You know, we need bodies out there. We'll give you an A for the whole year. You know, bunch of bullshit. You know what they said on my local news now? Out of the blue, they just said, these children aren't going to be allowed any longer to go out and protest because it's unsafe to protest. Duh. Duh. Do their parents even know that they were allowed to leave the school? That's probably what happened, because these Georgia folk, they don't mess around. They don't like this crap. I don't know what, if we're a blue or a red state, but I think they wised up after Bowden, and they are like, I'm voting for Trump this time. They're like, nuh-uh, you're not letting my kid out of school without telling me to protest. And I don't know what it could happen to them. They could get abducted. So they made that announcement that no more children can leave school to protest. I'm drooling over it, okay? Then what else? Oh, like the, what is it called? The federal, what did I write? Focus economic. Okay, these are his reasons for retiring. He was the president and CEO of the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta. Hey, bragging. Oh, and they had to personally interview the idiot. They go, oh, you're the first black homosexual president and CEO of Federal Reserve Bank. How do you, and now you're retiring in February. How do you feel that you were the first black homosexual faggot? Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm going to call you names. Do you got me? I will call you names when you shove this shit in my face and tell me I got to take it when you're a minority, and you keep your sex preferences to yourself, okay? I don't go around bragging that I'm white. Don't go bragging around that you're gay, faggot. Okay, so I looked him up because I wanted to know how long they last and why he's retiring. Well, technically, they do last about 10 years. He's been in office for 8, and the previous 2 guys, I didn't go beyond that because I got other things to do, and they were in for 10 years. Well, this guy, if you look him up, he said their description is focus economic mobility. This was what his statement was: to focus economic mobility, inequality. He was angry about the inequality. The other former guys were white guys. I guess he's the first black faggot, and now he's like, I'm going to change things and they need to be equal. And this is in 17. Okay, and then diversity in the workforce. So this is his statement for retiring. Comes amid challenging political landscape with renewed president on the Federal Reserve. Okay. Did I get it all? And the other news, I've made a comment on another video how my news seems to be changing. So I told you about him. That was at Chestnut Elementary School in Dunwoody, which is a very rich place, I think, near Atlanta. And I think these are notes for the previous. Okay. I wrote down a name. He's a rapist. They finally caught him. His name is Kwame Shabazz. Sounds a little Islamic to me. So, those are my news things that I wanted to go over, that I decided the video might be too long. So they're arresting. So the one was an elementary principal, and the library thing, and then the school protests are unsafe, And then I think there was something else about another principal. And then there was this CEO that wanted to retire for these stupid, bogus, dumb reasons. Oh, maybe did I write it on this page? No. So anyway, they're all totally running scared, you guys. This is what happens. We do not need to be afraid of these people. We don't need to be saying Islamophobe or faggotophobia or anything else. Keep it to yourself. Don't make it political, and then we won't have to. Stop trying to take over. Just go about your stupid little peon brain life and stay out of ours and stay out of politics. Just go crawl in a hole somewhere and stay off the cameras. And maybe I wrote another thing down from the other night, but I probably didn't. And I thought, oh, I'll remember that. And I don't. Corrupt mayors, something. Oh, that's probably old. And those are just notes. So anyway, they know that we're getting a grip on this trash. And they know they don't have a leg to stand on because they know they're wrong by the simple facts of human apologetics, not to mention Christian apologetics of Christ. They know they're wrong. Listen, the Bible tells us that we're instinctively know it. Number one. Number two, God built the human to want discipline. So when you whip that paddle out and you tell that kid, wait till your dad gets home, they remember those days for the rest of their life. They'll never forget them. And they appreciate it because God built us that way. Same thing with a fellow brethren or an unsaved person. When you tell them, don't be any pastor out there being all nice and, oh, let me walk around your feelings. No, people don't want you to walk around their feelings. They want you to tell them like it is. Do you think they go see a doctor and want the doctor to walk around their feelings? No. Anyway, I don't mean to be so vicious and violent, but I've had it. Like I'm sure a lot of us have. And the Bible even says you're going to provoke the wringing of the nose brings forth butter and brings forth blood, and the churning of milk brings forth butter. So you know what? And it said stirring up strife is going to cause a fight. And you guys, psychos, just caused fight. And we're going to get in a brawl. We're going to get in a freaking worldwide scuffle here. If you don't stand down and take your place, crawl back into your caves and be anonymous and be hermits. Do not be spreading your garbage anymore because we're coming out and got our knuckles wrapped. We got our gloves on and we're going to maul your ass. Okay? Because we're sick of it. We're sick of it. So maybe I'll share more of my news if I watch it or we just got to fight the good fight. Even if we go down fighting, even if we die trying, we will never lay down. To this? No. You got to take back your kids. You got to take back the schools. You got to take back everything. The politics at work where they want to play shit mind games and, oh, you got to accept faggots and, oh, politically correct. No. you take back politically correct. Don't tell them, don't let them tell you what's politically correct, because they never were mentally sane and stable in the first place. And that reminds me of something else. Oh, like I heard it a long time ago. I don't remember how it goes, but in relation to the governors and senators and congressmen, somebody once said years ago, they said something like, a lot of those, maybe not too long ago, but they said a lot of those people are bottom of the barrel scumbags, but they're the only ones that run. That's why you hear Christians nowadays, more and more Christians that are high profile Christians, telling the body of Christ, go out and run for Senate, go out and run for governor, go out and run for Congress, because the people who are running are inept. They're not emotionally or mentally stable. They have no background of the solid rock we stand. But they run because they're narcissists, and narcissists love attention. So that's what's going to run the country. And I don't know how they said it, but they said it really well. And they're basically saying that they're saying those people are pretty much the scum of society. They have the gift of bullshit. So, and we have put our lives in their hands, and your kids' lives. I don't got kids, but if I did, I'd be piping mad. And this guy's video I shared the other night that is no longer with us, and then on the Dr. Phil show where I learned about him, which is obviously an old Dr. Phil show, there was a woman on there. Her name is Dr. something, and she was blonde and pretty. She was in the first Trump administration, where I don't know her title, but she did what that guy, Adam something ski, does. And she did it for the White House. It's kind of like policing these pet projects and earmarks. And that's billions of dollars of our money. And when we have honest people in office in all states, all government, all senates, and all whatever these parties are, then they do their job. Somebody was even saying how, it was on another, how he was saying that some of these whistleblowers, they're pretty much honest to a fault. They can't cheat, lie, or steal. It's just their personality. That's kind of mine too. So when those kind of people get in office, stuff won't get stolen. Stuff won't get stolen. But and then hopefully we've learned from Mamdani that he wasn't poor. I heard that's what he was campaigning, that, hey, I'm like you, I'm poor. I was poor, but he wasn't. He's from wealth. He had like a $10 million wedding. So hopefully we learned the lesson from him, that, because I am, when they're starting to campaign on the commercials, they say this one guy, Rick something, and I'm thinking he sounds great, but I'm not going to trust completely that he did this and he was poor and he was this and now he owns massive hospital. And I also want to know, because I heard this statistic a long time ago. They say 93 or 97% of all business owners are narcissists. It's because you got to have that kind of personality to own a business. And I have a boss. Well, my ex-boss, but we're still friends. He's kind of maybe not so much of a narcissist, but he's very controlling. And hey, so next time you like one of these business owners, because they're so cool, you don't know what they're like behind closed doors. Because my boss is nothing like he was at work with the customers. So I'm saying that if you have a certain personality that you let get out of control because you don't work on your character, you're going to become like a nasty, disgusting narcissist. You have to fight those gifts that God gave you. You have a strong personality. You have a strong organizational type. But if you don't temper that with the character of God, you're going to become controlling. Then that makes you become a liar. Then that makes you become manipulative. Then you get very cunning at that, because those are all tools of the enemy. And he's going to keep strengthening them, and you're going to strengthen them as you exercise and practice them, because you have no godliness under your belt. You don't have Jesus under your belt. You don't have Jesus at all. And those gifts that God naturally created in you as a strength, they're going to go to hell. And you're going to become a horrible person that is a shell of a human being, when yet really you're personifying that you've got it all together and you're in control, and you're just going to self-destruct. Okay? So get with the program, read the Bible, learn how to act like God says the human needs to act. That's your instruction manual. That's your manual on how to run this human thing he created. He created it. He knows what's best for it. And if you don't know Jesus, accept Jesus. Say, Jesus, I want you. I want you. And then I'm going to read you. I'm going to read your Bible so that my character can fall into line and complement the gifts and the personality you gave me. Because I don't know how to control my personality, but you do. You do. And it goes for all personality types. There's something in there for all personality types. You're going to find weaknesses in here, and you're going to find strengths in here. And anyway, I guess that's it. God bless you guys. And God bless all the news people spreading the truth. God protect us, bless us, our leaders, all law enforcement of any kind, the lawyers, the judges, the cops, the ICE, the bailiffs, the court reporters, any law enforcement that's upholding the law and in righteousness. and you know, everybody else, the Jews, the orphans, the bound, and the, all of it, you guys. This life God gave us isn't just so that we can sit in a pew and practice holiness and practice a good holy life. It's to be in the darkness, to shine the light, to disciple so that people want Jesus. And it's about other people. It's about other people, always. Jesus is always only about other people. He wants to find the lost sheep so that lost sheep can go get other people. Help other people that he can relate to, because he needs us all and all of our traumas, dramas, experiences, weaknesses, and strengths, because there's somebody out there that's lost or lukewarm that we're going to be able to reach, that the other one can't. So this is why all hands on deck. It's always been that way. And this more so, because we're in a battle, we're in a war, and you don't feed the enemy while you're warring against him, okay? You don't war against him and resist him and yet feed him also, okay? Because that's twisted and that's anti-gospel, and that is, you're going to lose. It's called lukewarm, okay? And God doesn't like you lukewarm. He spews it out of his mouth. So yeah, we got to be hardcore, all in, And whatever the gifts are you have, be all in with the Lord, with your gifts. Say, these are my gifts, Lord, that you gave me. I'm going to use them to the max. I may be rough around the edges, but it's in your timing, Lord, and I'm acknowledging you in all of my ways so that you can direct my path because I serve you. I may not be the, Mother Teresa over there, but God didn't call us all to be, what are those paper doll things? Cutouts of one another. We're all different. So some of us could be a Mother Teresa, and some of us could be like a jelly roll. Whatever, he's a singer. So, yeah. All right. Well, bye. I guess that's it. Bye.